Viewers, this is Wizard179 and I'm going to show you how to rebuild an Xbox controller. First, you start out with the front of the Xbox controller, which I have right here. And you take the X button right here. You put the X, flip it over to make sure where it goes, and X goes right here, here. So you just slip it in like that. You do the same with the A buttons, the B button,
C button, A button, D button,
and the Y button. They should all line up like this. Then you take the back button, I believe this is, and you stick it in here. Then you do the same with the start button, the select and the start button. So you have them like this.
you can't see it.
And then you take
Someone's calling you?
the Xbox power button thing,
And then
and then you stick the main part in here so that it slides straight down, and then you use this and you make sure it goes down like that, like that. Then you take the two motors,
vibrators.
or the vibrator motors, the ones that vibrate your hands. Then you put them like this. The big one goes on the right side like this.
You see that?
Big motor. The other one's a little bit smaller, so it just slides right in. Then you put this to the side, and you take the logic board. And you stick this on there, the two analog sticks,
It's the whole name and everything.
so that they click and stuff. And make sure before you reassemble that you clean it with a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol on all the little circles. Then you put this aside and get this again and put the rubber padding on the buttons.
Fake iPad. Fake iPad.
Slide that back in there. You just slide this on so it's like that. You do the same with the D-pad. Make sure it goes in the hole here. And then that's the whole thing. Then you put the R and B buttons back on, RB and LB, upside down though, like this. The R and B buttons are right there. Then make sure it's like this, and you slide it right into the thing like that. Then you connect two wires and push it down with your tweezers. And then you can use your fingers to get it the rest of the way in.
That's not a Mini Cooper.
Do the same with the left side. Make sure the wires are facing up like this so they don't get jammed. Stick it in there like that. Then you stick the bottom piece on here, or upside down like this. Slide it in right. You pull this up a little bit. And make sure the 3 pieces line up. Slide this logic bar back in. Then, starting with the battery pack here, you go like this, slide them into the slots, and slide it in like that. Set it to the side. Then grab a screwdriver with either a 1/16 inch flathead or a T8 security screwdriver head with 6 sides on it. But I like using this one better.
You shouldn't say the name of the screwdriver set.
Then you do that. Put the 2 lower screws in first. Or 4 in first.
It's not even the same kind of screwdriver. No, batteries.
Make sure the screws are going in right. This one you have to use a T8 security screwdriver because the middle piece of the screw is gone. Stop it. So you screw it in. Make sure it's tight, not too tight so you can't get it up, so you can get it off later if you need to. Screw this one in. Remember, they have to be tight, but tight, not too tight, so you can't get them off. And make sure these are firmly put together,
So it doesn't fall apart.
so it doesn't fall apart. Then you get this one, and you stick it in this here, the middle one right underneath the barcode. Screw that in.
Is that truck empty yet? Oh, Matthew. Warn them how hard it is to take the screws out when you first start. When you buy a new one.
When you first start, to warn you, when you first start opening a new controller, it's going to be really hard to get it open because of how tight the screws are. It took me about an hour and a half to get the screws out, and it was very upsetting. So this flathead here is the best to use when you first start out a controller. And there you go. A controller that's completely put back together. So you just test it out by putting batteries in here and sliding the battery pack in and turning it on.
That's embarrassing.
It's not working right now, so I'm gonna switch out batteries. Shut up, Daniel.
It's gonna be embarrassing if that doesn't work.
These are Duracells. Hopefully they will work.
No, it might be the control itself. Tell them the
And
problem.
there you go, just the control fully put together. Well, I dropped this control in the toilet, so I had to clean it. And it has difficulties now because it's not, I don't think it's cleaned enough. I think there's water damage. So if this happens, you have to go buy a new control. Thanks for watching. This is Wizard179.